It's hella funny to me to see all these other professional FD drivers in the same league coming over, walking over to be like, what the hell is this thing that just entered our sport? Because they're literally all here and they can't help but literally stop by. And because this is all a big secret, like no one else in the league knew about this. So just as the public is finding out, so are the other FD drivers, and they're like, what in the world has just entered our game? Currently qualifying day, and the boys are getting the car prepped to go out and hit the streets of Long Beach for the very, very first time on practice.
He's building oil from
Off he goes. Bro, how much did you pay?
$16 for this little sandwich right here.
The most basic looking thing. This looks like a meme. Welcome to the fairgrounds. That's how they get you. This is like the RVs where you like extend out the sides. She's getting her extended housing.
You look good out there, you know, just feeling it out.
Yeah.
So.
The first lap was good. It just obviously never having done a lap or even a drive-through.
Of course, yeah.
It was like, let's just feel the grip level.
Yeah. I mean, even still, you looked like you were in the right place and everywhere. So.
Yeah, and then just from there, you can definitely improve.
It looked like you were having trouble getting the front tires to heat up.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. It's like first run of the day, they're cold. They haven't got any rubber on them.
Yeah.
It's sticky now.
They got everything on it now.
Yeah, that run would have been better. It was just the fact like didn't have enough power, so like it just wouldn't even spin. And I could feel that on the run up, and it was just like, oh, it feels like it might have been like weak on boost, but
something's up, yeah.
And then as soon as I tried to initiate, and it was just like, nah, and I was like, no, there's something not right. So it looks like it's fixable. So that's a good
totally.
thing.
Get it going and get back out there.
Minivan with the banner. Dang! Okay, trying to see some boys get on the frickin' sliding doors of this thing. My man in the Grand Cherokee, he on the works! He's literally repping authentic JDM wheels on his American SUV. That's respect. This car is the perfect Supra. All the way down to the gunmetal SLs, to the targa top, to the TRD wing, to the seats. These cars are a lot nicer than my Confettis as far as condition. And this wheel looks brand new. This is flawless. Is it true that the left-hand drive ones are a little more rare than the right-hand drive ones, or? I was always
because they stopped in '98. You can say that, yeah.
Okay.
More right-hand drives. I think they stopped making them in 2002.
Oh, okay. So they just go on a lot later on.
They have more parts for like interior parts at least.
Yeah.
Rarer. I mean, it's the same thing at this point.
Yeah.
The market is crazy.
Yeah.
Whether you have right-hand drive, left-hand drive, they're all expensive as fuck.
How much attention do you get like here in SoCal with this?
A ton, bro. Like
I would imagine.
driving it like I'm not gonna say it's annoying, but he's constantly everybody's trying
Yeah.
to talk to you and
Is that a
say
Supra?
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the nice thing about Skyline stuff is there's no inside one-liner that everyone could throw at me all the time. This car right here is a 94. So when they say visualize yourself a 30-year-old car, I don't think this would come to mind, but it's pretty much almost a 30-year-old car. Now I know we just let go of the Focus RS. It was a brilliant hot hatch for its time, but now we got the new GR Corolla, which is gonna be the new hottest hatch that the United States is gonna get. And I don't know, guys, you tell me, but we might have to bring hot hatches back to the channel because this is what is up. I've always wanted a Toyota. It looks incredibly good, and I have complete faith in this thing that it is not gonna disappoint anyone. So I don't know, I'll keep that up in the air. Qualifying is about to begin. The car got very, very limited practice, I want to say, but we're still going in strong and we're going to keep our head held high to see how this goes.
So we have a 3-time champion, Darren Kelly, and he does road racing as well. So he's not just exclusive to drifting. He's campaigned a GTR, but are you ready for this? We've never had an Aston Martin in the mix. Now this is a supercharged V12 Aston Martin, the heart of racing. Aston to my Darren Kelly. Sound like a swarm of bees out here on the streets of Long Beach. Look out if you're allergic.
So let's look at this run, Jared. Getting to angle here through outside zone 1, not getting as wide out to those zones as we'd like to see. Right here you can see that his angle is consistent until he transitions, which is good, and then right there the front end looks like it washes out on him. He manages to stay at angle. It will be a deduction on angle, 57.
So yeah, unfortunate for Darren Kelly, that's a 57. He's way offline, and you can just see all the missed opportunities there. I mean, angle.
Yeah, he was playing it obviously very safe.
Yeah.
And we had an issue where the front wheels were binding, and then they actually hit the chassis. We have too much lock, and it actually hit the chassis, and that's why it hopped like that. And he had that understeer right in the last corner. So
were they able to make like just alignment adjustments to try and?
I think that they were messing around with it to see if they could fix the issue, but you know, we're just here to put some points on the board. And,
well, of course, right? Well, we just want to. All we want to be in is just enough, just so we could compete.
Yeah, exactly.
So
next time we're gonna have a lot more time to actually dial it in.
Yeah, I mean, it is the first event on a new car in a new place, so we're gonna look back on this day and be like, look how far we've come.
I know, it'll be great. I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah.
Considering the car didn't have a motor in it 4 days ago,
right?
I'd say this is better than anyone could have hoped for.
Yeah. So we qualified, but we got a really low score. So now we are in a pool of 10 drivers competing for 8 spots. Only 2 will get eliminated. So we have a high chance at this, but we just got to do one more qualifying run to make sure we can actually compete for tomorrow's big day.
So right now we have Darren Kelly in the Aston Martin who will be coming up.
Just doing donuts. It sounds insane over there. It's just screaming.
All right, Derek Kelly comes into view. The heart of racing vehicle. Straight out, comes out,
Come on, come on. Yeah.
So consistently kind of off each clip the same distance, about a
Ever, bro. You do not beat that.
tighten it up.
Dude, I think we got that. That was good enough.
Again, I believe there's 6 spots. Don't quote me yet. That's unofficial.
So do you know if you made it?
I think so. What was the?
I'm not sure. This
Said like-
meeting soon.
Said like unofficially or something like that. You were right above Jeff Jones, and Jeff Jones was the one that was in the bubble.
And then they weren't sure about the whole 25 thing.
I know, it's so confusing. Qualifying day is coming to a close, and I believe we made the cut. I honestly have no idea, and it's gonna have to be a to be continued onwards to tomorrow's full competition day. I will see you guys there for that. Welcome to official competition day, and as you can see behind me, the car is already getting loaded up. So nothing catastrophically awful happened. They're having a couple issues with the steering rack, but the main reason overall is just preservation right now. There's a lot of risk sending this out to competition right now at this course, and there's not a lot of backup for that risk whatsoever because, as you guys might have heard in the last video, there's like no spare parts for this car as of right now, and they've had barely any testing with it. So the thinking is that if we could just save it from this round and then allow to have a full nice car for testing in the future, we could be a lot better off to then go out onto other tracks, and we'll be in a lot better shoes there. Whereas if we go out right now and something goes wrong and the car gets damaged, we will be really set back and it'll be rough. So they're making a good call, and we actually got a lot further than I was anticipating. There's a chance that this car wasn't even going to be at this event, but now let alone he's gotten points for top 32. We've seen it out on track, and it's had an awesome unveiling to the entire world. So with it getting loaded up, we'll just still be here, and we'll get to enjoy the rest of FD Long Beach on main competition day. Haley's getting all the attention because she brought her little cat out here. Getting more recognized than me out at this freaking public event. Behind me is one of America's largest Liberty Walk gatherings here at FD Long Beach. Let's do a quick little walkthrough. We're gonna start out right here with this Ferrari 308, vintage Ferrari that's gotten the full Liberty Walk treatment. And then next to that, this car is actually very interesting. I have history with this car. This exact chassis was the very, very first supercar that I ever got to ride in. This car was once up in Seattle, Washington. It's a full Liberty Walk R8 V8 with the ski box. The guy who previously owned it also actually made the ski box mounts for my red R8 when we had a ski box on there, so you could actually see these mounts, these suction cups are identical to what was on my red R8. So now I guess he sold it. It's got a new owner down here in Southern California, but it's cool to think that I've been seated in there once before. What's up, man?
Big fan of your channel.
Thanks, man.
Remember this car?
This is yours? No way. Yeah, dude, this car means a lot to me because this is the first ever supercar I got to ride in.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like I knew Andrew Manley, who was a photographer, and he knew the previous owner of this,
Tim?
and Tim, and he got me in there. But how do you like it?
I love it. I love it.
It's gotta get a lot of attention, eh?
It does. It does.
Yeah. Next to that, you can't ignore Tanner Fox's previous Huracan with the Silhouette kit, twin turbo, now owned by Supercar Driven. Go check out the previous videos. We did some drive-through shenanigans with this thing. And then we have another variant of it with the Silhouette kit, a lot more subtle with the full kind of new geometric camo. Looks pretty wicked in person, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my favorite kits. The Huracan always looks a little tame, so this just freaking completely changes the aggression. And you got Adam and Wataru in the background fighting it out. So moving onward, this kit's a little more unknown because there's so many new A90 super wide body kits that, of course, Liberty Walk has one for this car, and I dig it too. It's got a lot more of a cutoff at the end of how the fenders go. but it works and it flows kind of well. I don't know, I don't mind it. This kit's cool. It's probably one of the cheapest platform cars that you could Liberty Walk, because you could find like a used this generation Audi S5 or A5 for pretty much like nothing compared to like these other cars. And you could have yourself a Liberty Walk build. I think that's rad. We got a C8. Not seen this one before. This one's spicy. Dude, this looks really good because I imagine this is paint. The paint looks phenomenal. The BBS 3-piece wheels look phenomenal. This one's rad. Oh, and then you have, this is more old school. This is an older style kit for the 458. The 458 now has a silhouette kit, but this is the V1 carbon splitter. Thing literally just sits on the ground. Oh, this one's menacing. This one's evil, murdered out. Probably the most classic LB kit of them all for the R35. And then this is a lot more rare. Liberty Walk NSX, another Supra, the V2 kit for the R35 over here. This is probably my favorite R35 kit, just because it combines all of everything I like of previous R35 wide bodies. You got canards in the front, you got venting, you got an insane chassis mounted wing in the back. This is the same kit that Tanner Fox has on his Guaczilla. And then another Huracan silhouette. Ooh, got a wide C63. There's only like a couple of these in the US. This guy's car has come a long ways, and now it's gotten all the way to the point where he's got crazy supercharger on display with the hood. I guess this might be Liberty Walked as well. And you guys could say what you want about what you think about wide body riveted fender cars, but my opinion is when it's well done like this with the very race car appeal, the rivets don't really bother me that much, because overall they're inspired by actual race cars. So if you at least go about it in a race car style, then I think it comes together really well. Where sometimes, not to like bag on some of these other cars, but when you start combining the stance appeal with the riveted race car look, then it starts to get things a little messy, and I don't know. We're gonna try and get Tanner Fox's Huracan signed by Kato-san, who is the guy behind all of Liberty Walk here. He happens to be here at this event.
Hi. Yeah. Hi. Car? Yeah.
It's a car?
Yeah. Yeah. Silver might work better.
Yeah, silver might be better. T Fox's Lambo is gonna get the treatment. Ooh.
Hold on, I gotta get this. There you go. All right, we got the owner of Liberty Walk signing the car for us. Good. How cool is that? Boom. Boom. Boom.
We spent all weekend around all these obnoxious, crazy race cars, so at the end of the day, it's always fun to come back to my chariot horse. Oh yeah, the Rav Quattro. Cat on the dash. Thank you all for tuning in to Formula Drift Weekend here at Long Beach, and this is only the beginning on some coverage and support that we're going to have for that Aston Martin in there. I'm excited for them to get the car out more and for them to actually be getting head-to-head in fierce competition at future events. That is going to mark the end of this video, and this will be JackUltraMotive signing it off. Dude, that really sucks.
Where was the flag, bro?
Oh, actually, it looks pretty good.
He might have knocked the toe out a bit, but they'll align it and he'll be good.
Yeah.